So we're back on now. Thank goodness. My phone tried to automatically connect to the free Wi-Fi. And in this tech smart city, we have one of the worst Wi-Fi in the world. I hate it. So we're back on 4G. I managed to disconnect the Wi-Fi, get back on. We're back on 4G. Let's go into the Strand Arcade. Had a little heart attack there. All right, the signal's still poor. I'm on 2 at the moment. Thank you so much, everybody, for persisting. I'm going to just head across here so you can see what the Strand Arcade looks like from the outside. So this is the beautiful Strand Arcade. And let's start where we should start, by paying our respects to the land of the people of the people on whose land we meet, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. Pay respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. So this is the Strand Arcade building. We're going to pan upwards first of all. Morning, Camillo. And that's the front of the building there. It's got this awkward tree in the way. We all love trees and we all hate them when they get in the way. So the Strand Arcade opened in 1892. It says 1891 on the front there, but I guess that's when it was, I don't know, the foundation stone maybe was laid. At the time, it was the most modern arcade and celebrated as the place to be for the well-heeled of Sydney. It was originally just called the City Arcade. One of the reasons why it was so important is, if you have a look up to our left, this is Pitt Street. It runs all the way from Central Station right down towards Circular Quay. It's late at night for you, Bianca. Okay, so this is the Pitt Street Mall, which is a pedestrian mall now, but it was obviously a street for traffic. It runs parallel to another street called George Street. And the arcade was a way of connecting the two streets. It provided welcome relief for shoppers, people transporting goods from heat and rain, and was a fashionable place to promenade for the fashionable of the time. What you'll notice as we walk through the arcade is the beautiful floors, the beautiful ceramic floors, the stunning timberwork. This arcade actually went through 2 fires and has been rebuilt, sympathetic to its original design. So not all the elements are here original, but they have been restored to be sympathetic to how it was back in the day when it was first built. This leads down to the basement, and there's a electronics store down in the basement these days. I understand that it was once a speakeasy down in the basement. Over here we have one of the beautiful old lifts, elevators, to take you up to the upper levels. So this shop isn't open at the moment. I don't know why. I don't know if there's an issue. But I'm going to take you into the oldest store in the arcade. This is the nut shop, and it's been here since 1939. Good morning. So you see that this is devoted purely to nuts. Good morning. Hello. Do you want to... I beg your pardon?
Which company you are?
The company is called Hago. Do you want to stay out of shot, or do you want to...
No,
You're okay?
I'm just working here.
Okay. I'm going to just show you the lady whose shop we're standing in. And look at all these beautiful, beautiful chocolate-coated nuts.
history of the shop.
Yes, from 1939.
Yes, correct.
And we've got this gorgeous spiral staircase going up here as well. So you've got a false ceiling, have you? And
Now we got another room.
you've got another level.
Yes.
Yeah. And we've got the decorations up for Lunar New Year as well. So what are they offering here? Crystallized ginger, all sorts of different nuts. And it's amazing. This shop's been here since 1939. Thank you so much.
Yeah, can you just write the name of it?
Of course. Of course.
I'm just.
Absolutely. No problem at all. So it's called Hago. And we're live streaming to around about 40 people at the moment from all over the world. So
Thank you.
thank you. Bye for now. I'll slow down. I know it gets a bit difficult to watch when I move too fast. So the centre tables here are for the use of the cafe, just across there. That cafe's actually been here for a long time as well, but under different management and owners. So this is a jewellery store, and you can see that the names of the stores: Dustin's Jeweller, next to a shoe repair. So we have a lot of artisan type stores in Strand Arcade. And this is a place that still does shoe repairs.
So all
R.M. Williams is, of course, our most well-known brand of boots, leather boots. Renee, which store were you talking about? The nut shop? The one that I was in? It's just called the nut shop. Okay, so across the way over here, we'll just gradually pan up. There's this store is cosmetics, but as we pan up, you can see the beautiful glass, and above it is the banister rails. We'll get up further up into the building in a little bit, but you can see here the glass ceiling up above, which helps to keep the arcade brightly lit. Okay, I was actually going to talk to the shoe man, but he's just wandered off. He did warn me that he might have to wander off. This is his station, though. I have asked him if it would be okay to talk to him. But this man has been doing shoe shining in the Strand Arcade for 30 years. And he says it's only just during COVID that he's had to put people off. So you can see that you can have a traditional shoe shine. There's his tools of trade. How much does he charge for a shoe shine? A standard shine is $7. I tell you what, that's not too bad. That's not too bad, is it, if you don't like shining your shoes yourself? What we'll do is we'll make our way to the elevator and go upstairs. So anyone who read the description for my tour might remember that I asked what was the connection to the name, the Strand Arcade. I'm just showing you a tea shop here. So it turns out that the arcade was originally known as City Arcade or Arcade City, either or. It was interchangeable until it was popularly decided to call it the Strand Arcade after the Strand in London, which is the street that connects the City of London with the City of Westminster, and is well known for its theatres And here we go. Now, just want to warn, I don't know what the signal's going to be like in this lift. Oh, it's closing. It's not letting me in. Here we go. So if we cut out, I'll be back in a moment. So this is the upper level, and we have a restaurant here, which isn't open at the moment, obviously. It's rather a lovely restaurant, but you can't see in there because all the lights are off. From this angle, we can actually see across the extent of the arcade. So down to the two lower floors, you really get a sense of what the beautiful tile floors look like. And then looking up at the ceiling where the glass roof is. There'll be another couple of opportunities to see this as we walk along as well. So up on this level, we have a lot of artisan type shops, places where you can get shoes and clothing, bespoke designs made. This is a tailor. Looks like he has a lot of off-the-rack clothing as well. This clothing store isn't open at the moment. Maybe taking a bit of a break because of COVID. But look at these lovely designs. There's a wedding dress shop across the other side. We have Eternal Bridal. They look like they take up 5 shop fronts. Actually more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shop fronts, Eternal Bridal. To really get to see what the banister rails look like from this angle, with those sort of blue rosettes at the centre of each panel. No, this isn't the Victoria. It's not the Queen Victoria building. It is the Strand Arcade. So it's just actually a block up from the Queen Victoria building. Yes, wrong one. Yes, quite. So we've got a jewellery shop here, which looks like they do a lot of pearls and amber. And look at these pearls here. And here's the stairs with the timber. Look at the beautiful cedar timber on these stair rails. So we're looking down again from a little bridge that goes across the middle of the centre down onto the coffee shop area, the table area down there. Okay. The middle level seems to be devoted more to fashion labels. Hi, Joyce. So this is the oldest. There were 5 arcades of this era in the Victorian, the late 19th century. This is the last one remaining, still in original-like condition. As I said, it's been restored after a major fire in the 1970s. I'll face it the other way as well. So across here you can have shirts made. choose your colours. And then up here we have, you can see the ironwork in the trusses that support the ceiling, or the roof, the glass roof. I'm going to walk along this way. So did anyone read the second question in my description? Who was the famous musician whose video music clip was part of it was filmed in Strand Arcade? I'll give you a clue. He's English and he's no longer with us. This place is called Watch Tech, and you can see they're very, very studiously focused on something over the back there. Bronwyn, yes, absolutely. Do you remember Let's Dance? There's about 10 seconds of the Strand Arcade in that music clip, Let's Dance. This looks like it's, what are the stones there? Something green, I'm not sure what that is. Hi, Maddie. And this place is called Courtesy of the Artist. So I'm not sure. This looks like it might be jewellery, but they've got some interesting displays. I like that teapot. It's really sad to see the shops not open, and that's, of course, is all down to COVID. So over there we have a men's salon. I'll pan down in a moment. We've got a men's salon across there. And here is a shoemaker, like an actual shoemaker, not just a shoe repairer, but a shoemaker. So I might take you over there and have a look in his window as well. But before we do, we'll pan down to this shop because it has some really, really interesting looking. Nicole, it's, where are we? It's just after 9:30, about 9:45 in the morning on a Wednesday morning. This gentleman sells menswear. Thanks, Nicole. And do I say good morning to you, or is it afternoon where you are?
Yeah, no.
It might have been Jade. Yes, you're right. The centre opens at 9, but you might be right. It might be 10 o'clock start for some of them. And I'm not sure what this place is. It's very, very big. You kind of get a sense of what's through the window, the crack in the window, that it's a big space. Seems a shame that it isn't in use. This looks like a luggage store. Oh, you're in the UK. Thank you for staying up late for me. Let's have a look what this sign says. Does he say he's opening? It says it's open for business. It doesn't have a time on there. That, of course, is the QR code that every shop asks you to scan before entering. This is the men's salon. She's obviously waiting for customers to come in. And then this is the shoemaker, which I find absolutely fascinating. and wonderful that we still have artisans doing this sort of work. It's got some really interesting shoes in the window. I like that brown one, that tan one. They look uncomfortable. What about those ones? Do they look more comfortable? That's an interesting looking one. I I think you're right, Nicola. I think they're rather gorgeous as well. Yes, Paul. The Let's Dance scene, um, where they're making a transaction at a watchmaker. Look at these shoes here. I don't even want to imagine how much these shoes cost. And the old tools. And they do other leather work as well. So we've got, they look like saddlebags, don't they? Okay, I'm going to actually walk down these stairs. Well, this is an interesting display. So this is the shirt maker. Terrible photo with the reflection of me in it. Look at this cute little sewing machine. Beautiful shops. Okay, we're going to walk down these stairs over here. There's some lovely stained glass or lead light windows walking down the stairs. I do need to be careful. Me and stairs are not a very good mix. But you can see the gorgeous light shades here as well. The lights in the shops really showcase the gorgeous coloured glass above their doorways, don't they? Let's have a look down this way. So there we have. Thanks, Bronwyn. Thanks for the encouragement. So this level is all high-end fashion. We have I'm just trying to get you a reasonable framing that includes the shop signs and some of the lovely lights as well. That banner hanging down in the middle isn't very pretty, but anyway. Hi, Carol. Hi, Nadine. Let's have a look up the other way. That might offer a different aspect. There's that bridge in the middle that we crossed up above. So you can see if I pan upwards, there's an identical little bridge just up there. And you can see the glass roof in the shot as well. Hi, Karen. Okay, so we'll walk back up this way, and I think we'll take the lift down at this end. You can see by looking at the front entrance of that store what the possibilities for the one above it might have been. Let me pan upwards and I'll show you there's a kind of a little balcony up there. So it's as if there's someone has an office or something that the rest of us can't actually get to. Just up there. I'm not sure what that door or window leads to, right up the top. Of course, a lot of these light fittings, originally back in the late 1900s, late 1800s rather, would have been gas lit. But this was one of the first places that was lit by electricity when electricity first came into use in the early 1900s. You can see how grand it is. Just trying to get you a shot that doesn't have this sign in the way. Might be if I get round the other side here. Can we get it all in? Yeah, so that's a dress shop. And here's one of the old lifts again. We're going to pop in there in a moment. The signal was okay the first time I went in, so I'm expecting it to be okay this time as well. Now there's a vintage watch company down here. In the David Bowie clip, the young couple go into a watchmaker and jeweler. And I suspect that this was the shop here that they go into. But here's another shot, just looking down onto the arcade with the clock. Thanks for joining me, Nicola. I'm glad you could join me, even if it was only for a short time. I totally understand. Hi, Nini. Have a good sleep. Okay, when we go down in the lift over here, and walk out the other end where the chocolate shop is. So what do you think? Did you find a store that you want to spend your money in? We'll see if Peter the shoemaker is back. Remember the days when you used to have a lift driver? We up or down? We're down. Okay. So this shop's colourful and it smells of incense. And then we've got the kind of Le Creuset. Yeah, it is Le Creuset. So do I, Bronwyn. Used to love going up in the lift. So this is, I think, the shop. I think it might be the shop in the David Bowie clip. Obviously, it looks different now. But it's the vintage watchmaker. It's hard to see that. There's a lady just walking past. I'll see if I can get a little closer. There we go, vintage watch company. So I suspect that this may have been the store used in the David Bowie clip. but it was actually labelled watchmaker and jeweler in the clip. So we'll walk along to the other end, to the George Street end. See if Peter's back at his shoe shine stand. Oh no, he's not back. That's okay. We have a men's barber. So these are going to be the last shots that we take of the arcade before we exit at the George Street end. So up here we have Haig's Chocolates. Beautiful chocolate shop. Look at the doors on the entrance here. And Haig's, I'm not sure how long Haig's have been here, but I know that they've been here quite a while. You really can see the similarities, can't you? So this actually says that the company founder lived from 1877 to 1933. I don't know that his store has been here right from the very beginning. And I haven't asked permission to go into this store, so we won't. But we should be able to get a glimpse from out here. So what I'm going to do is cross the road and put the umbrella up so you can see what the outside of the building looks like from the other side, from the other end. We're going to cross the tram tracks carefully. I didn't realise cars could drive along here. It's all changed since they've built the tram, put the tram back in. The company started in Adelaide. Thanks, Bronwyn. Thank you for that. All right, so this is the entrance to the Strand Arcade from the George Street end, and we'll pan upwards again like we did before. Just holding my umbrella over the camera, trying to keep it out of view for you so that it doesn't affect your frame. And there we go. There's the top of the building up there. Let's bring it down a bit so we can get a bit more in. So that's the gorgeous Strand Arcade. This is Sydney, Joyce. We're in the middle of Sydney. Bronwyn was just explaining the Haig's chocolate shop that we just caught a glimpse of. You can still see on the right-hand side of the entrance is the Haig's chocolate shop. So where we are right now is in George Street. Here comes a tram. Still a bit of a novelty for us, the old trams, because they've only been operating for a year or two. Oh, there's another one. And we have about a minute left. I do want to actually show you the Dimmicks building because it's absolutely gorgeous, but I'm not going to go inside and upstairs to the shops. All I'm going to do is walk into the front entrance. This is what we're talking about just here. You can see Dimmicks up the side of that building. So we're going to walk into the front entrance of the Dimmicks building. They've kept the foyer, the entrance to the building as it was originally, and it's just beautiful. So if you can hang in with me for a few moments longer, and I'll read your comments when I can put my umbrella down and clear the fog off my glasses. Where are we? Okay, I can get across the road here. And I know nothing about it. Don't ask me anything. I've only literally just discovered it this morning. But this information over here might tell us something. So you can see up the top here. We've got the, it's called the block. And there's this clock up here. And the old elevators. Just getting out of people's way here. I want to show you the floors. Let's have a look at the floors here. Thanks, Penny. And again, we get that name, the block, above the doorway, the entry here.